Well, 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 welcome to Mundo Madness Monday. I apologize, everybody, because I did not do one yesterday because it was my 23rd uh, wedding anniversary. And so, um, got to take care of the little lady first, guys, and ladies, and all of that good stuff, people. So, if you're going to join me tonight, cool. I much appreciate it. I want to find out how you guys are doing this wonderful Labor Day Monday. I haven't been doing too much, just a little bit cleanup here in the garage, not a whole lot, in and out, taking my time with things. I'm actually sporting some new earbuds right here just to try them out. I'm still going to be using the ones that Space sent me, but I found this in my garage, man, and I'm like, since my phone is a Samsung, I might as well give these a try. So if you guys are out there, you join me tonight. Let me know if I sound pretty decent with these. Um, I'm just trying these out to see because I'm gonna have these probably as my backups, and I mean I have other backups too that Space sent, and I love those things. So don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong, but I wanted to check these out since I've had these for years and I didn't even realize that I had had them. And of course I'm going to use them tonight and see how they're gonna sport. So much appreciated if you guys would let me know if you can hear me just fine with these. Like I said, I'm gonna test them out tonight. I hadn't even had a chance to even um, what do you call it? Charge them up too much tonight. And but I'm gonna let's have a lot of fun tonight since tonight is today is Labor Day and we're supposed to be relaxing, having fun. You know, anything goes on the saber topic tonight, right? Let's talk anything sabers tonight, and that's going to be a lot of fun if you're able to join me tonight. I'm going to fire up Roy Boy here pretty soon. I'm going to get the battery, and I don't even know if the battery's charged, honestly. So we'll see here in just a minute. Oh dear, I got to tighten that up a little bit, but that's okay. And I sure hope you had a good I sure hope you guys had a good holiday and a good day, a good Monday, whether you had to work or not. I was off, and so most of the time I was just doing little odd jobs here and there around the house. Looks like it's going. Oh yeah. Roy Boy's still running good. Really good. I love those blasters. Now, is anybody working on their sabers on the Labor Day? Do you guys work on Labor Day on sabers? I mean, it just depends, right? It depends on what you're doing. If you're with your family, if you're not with your family. One, two, three. Let's see. Sound menu. Suspect charges. Oh, I like this one. Is really cool. I see a few people here just kind of click in and click out. I guess they're not really wanting to see me, and that's okay. It's okay. You jump in, jump out. Hey, it's all good. It's all love. That's what Mundo Madness Monday was about. Um, if you want to come in and chit chat for a minute, go for it. If not, it's cool. That's the way cookie crumbles around here. Love to have you guys though. If you want to stick around and just talk sabers, anything. Um, let's see here. Oh. I love that seismic charge font. Right now, I just got a blade plug in there right now. Kind of cool. I love the blasters in this, right? Now, also, guys, I wanted to tell y'all that got some things. I got some things, and let me turn this off, and I'm gonna put the kill key in there for a minute. But I end up getting a new camera too. I just got it just about a day or so, and I'm gonna check this out if I can find the connections to it. Um, if I can find some connections so that I can run this on my phone while I'm talking with you guys, or even just kind of um, set it up where y'all can see what's going on with my hands while y'all are still talking to me, and doing whatever you're doing, right? That way I can show if I'm working on a saber, if I'm wiring something or whatever, you guys can see me do that in real time while I'm, you know, and no ifs, fans or buts. I mean, if I'm going and I'm messing up, I'm messing up, guys. I mean, that's, you know, you can't edit real life. So that's my kind of goal, is to work on some stuff while I'm talking to you guys, and then that way, in real time, y'all can see what I'm doing and how I'm progressing with some of the builds and everything like that. I feel that if I do this in real time, you guys are going to be taking the journey with me, right? And I know N may be pretty stoked if he's around. If he's around, he'll be kind of stoked at, seeing that kind of stuff coming up, and me doing some stuff, me doing some wiring and everything like that. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun for me to go ahead and get to have real time working on Saber stuff and figuring things out while I'm talking to you guys. And at the same time, getting input and everything else as well. And I do, and I appreciate everybody coming in and talking and hanging out, and especially if you love to talk sabers, right? And like tonight, anything goes to a saber talk. So I mean, depending on what you want to do, how you want to talk, um, what you want to talk about in sabers, bring it on. I mean, because the more people that come in and want to talk about stuff, the better. Because I'm all for having fun and talking sabers. I want to portray just like Anthony and Gabe and Harris did. I want to be able to do that with people here on the channel, right? And come on in and let's talk sabers. Let's get a topic going. Boards. I mean, people. Maybe we should have a session where we're talking about burning up boards, right? Because from what I understand, burning up boards is a rite of passage to becoming a great installer. And I have burnt three already, or two, really. And I've got a good full, NeoPixel build. I've got, the static with no sound build under my belt. So I've got two, maybe three builds under my belt, and building a portfolio. So how about you guys? Out there, are you guys wanting to build a portfolio for yourselves and make a business out of this? Let me know, guys. I mean, come on, let's get these discussions going. Charlie, it's just for today, buddy. It's just for today because yesterday was my 23rd year anniversary, right? 23-year wedding anniversary. So I didn't want to be on here and then get the wife upset. So she's all like, "Go for it Monday." I'm all like, "All right." So I hope you have a good workout just listening, man. Because today is just anything goes, right? Anything on the topic of sabers, it's gonna go. Oh, thanks, Charlie. Yeah, man. We had a lot of fun yesterday. We went out to eat, and We were gonna go dancing, but we both got too tired. It was like, no. And the funny thing about it is that my middle daughter, she came home and surprised my wife, for her birthday, because her birthday is on the 4th. And so she came home from College Station and surprised my wife for her birthday and our anniversary. And we got the upper hand on her, and my wife was just ecstatic. So it was pretty cool, man. Now, if I can get that kind of reaction doing a lightsaber build, that would be awesome, man. So, but yeah, getting back to talking sabers and stuff. Anything goes tonight. And Charlie, as I was saying just a few minutes ago, that I end up purchasing, got a new camera here, right? So I got to get some connections to it. And I'm gonna try to see if I can get it hooked up with my phone while I'm doing the show like this, so that y'all can see in real time that on the stuff that I'm working with on doing wiring or shrink tubing or whatever have you will on builds, right? And just some of my thought processes in working with things, saber stuff. And like I said, because instead of me picking things up, so you can see right here, yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be really cool because I can get some more engagement from you guys while I'm doing things. And I know people are going to say some things, about my soldering and things in here like that, and honestly, I'm not going to care. I am going to be who I am, and I'm going to do how I do it. And I will listen to any kind of commentaries that are helpful, because like I said, I'm still learning, man. I'm still learning a lot of things. Even though I've got, a couple under my belt, I'm still learning a lot of things. And I will definitely be getting better at things. And I want you guys to take the journey with me while I'm getting better as well, right? And what better way to take the journey with me is if you can see what I'm doing with my hands, and the thought process that go into it. A- And I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna let me see if I can find. And here I am. Let's see. Like I said, anything goes because I'm very unprepared. I'm gonna get out of the. I'm gonna get out of the picture here for just a minute, but I want to ask you guys. How many of you guys actually go into your computer, you find, or even your phone, right? And you find schematics so that you can wire stuff up. I like to print my stuff like this so that I can see. And I'm dyslexic, so sometimes I see things backwards, and I have to do things a lot different than a lot of other people. But at the same time, this shows me kind of big, so it kind of helps me out. So if you're like me, print stuff out like this so you can see wiring diagrams to all your different things, right? And this is a golden harvest board wiring diagram right here. And it really shows you everything that you really need to do in order to get a build done. And one of the things that I love about doing stuff like that is that it's such a great visualization, right? Now there's a lot of people who draw their stuff out. I cannot draw. I couldn't even draw to save my own life. So it is a great way to go and find these schematics, print them out on your printer, and blow them up like this. And then that way you can go over it and over it, and before you know it, okay, you're comfortable at doing, okay, this line, this line, this line. And then you can go back and look at your work and say, okay, did I do it this way? Did I not do it that way? Right? And check everything. You can check everything. I mean, it's such a great little tool to go and find all of these different schematics, right? In getting your saber work completed, or even therefore before you even get your saber work started. So that way you get an idea of how you're going to put the guts in, how you're going to install it. Now, again, your design also depends, your installing also depends on your design, right? Not every saber is going to look the same, and they're not going to have the same. And then, what up? How you doing, amigo? Not every saber is going to have the same dimensions on the inside either. So you're going to have to count for some of that stuff when you're installing, the guts and your wiring and your boards. I mean, like I said, if you're doing different boards, let's say you're doing a Profi, let's say you're doing CFX, Golden Harvest, depending on the board you have, it also depends on, how big your wiring is going to be, and also how big your chassis, maybe you need a smaller than average chassis for a small build. Maybe you need a huge chassis, right? It all depends. Let me see. I don't think I have it close by, but I'm going to. Oh, yeah. And not good, but oh well. All right. So this, and I'm going to apologize right now, but this is just a PVC pipe, right? And this is the chassis that goes into the EvoFlex. And of course, you know, the board for it just doesn't work right because, when you ordered the EvoFlex from a long time ago, the boards were just kind of not doing great. They needed a lot of work. Do great. Love the long weekend with the family. Yes. Good. Awesome, man. If you had a great weekend, that is awesome. Now, hey, Charlie, and then, can you guys hear me pretty decent? Because, like I said, I'm sporting some new earbuds as well. These are gonna be my backup to backups, pretty much. Or in case, let's say, I've got three sets of earbuds, and I love the ones that Anthony just sported with me. And okay, good. Thank you, Charlie. Um, but as I was cleaning part of my garage, um, my phone is a Samsung, right? And I found these Samsung wireless head buds, and I'm all like, damn, I gotta try these out and see if they work for the show. So I'm all like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try them out and see if they work. So back to this, okay? So this is just PVC pipe. And I, painted it and stuff like that. But on the inside here, and I shouldn't have just. Okay, I got it out. What I might have to do is sand on the inside here, and then see if I can get this back in there. But this is the chassis from the EvoFlex, right? Um, from Electrum Sabers, and I'm like, well, let me see if it might fit in there, and if it might fit in there, of course I'm going to go with it, right? So my goal is to, and you can see it really cut that uh, shrink uh, shrink wrap on it. God damn it. So, it is what it is. But anyway, I wanted to see if it'll work. And it looks like it may work in here, right? It may work in there. I would just have to do a little, uh, maybe just sand on the inside of it so I get a bigger diameter so this will slip in kind of easy. Yeah, from Electrum, you know. Yeah, because it never worked right. And then when I bought one, and it looks like Dave is actually doing better because he's making do on getting, boards and the Evo Flexes that had problems and everything. He's trying to make it right. So hopefully I'll be one of the ones that he makes right as well. And we'll see. I mean, I've spent, many years trying to get it fixed, and I sent it to him once, and they supposedly fixed it. Send it back to me. It worked for 2 days, and that was it. And that, I mean, it was just done. So now he went to the Profi, and I'm hoping that he will send me another chassis. He'll send me a chassis to go back into my Profi. He'll send me a chassis to go back into my EvoFlex. My brain is just going backwards. Jesus. Um, if he sends me a chassis that goes back into EvoFlex with the Profi board, since I'm getting a Profi 2.2, then maybe I'm going to use that Profi 2.2 and put it in there and go from there, right? So we'll see how that's going to work out. And it looks like he's on his way on trying to correct things. And I'm hoping that he will find his way this way and send me a chassis for the EvoFlex so that I can put the Profi in there and get it going, get it running. Now, I'm not pulling out my EvoFlex right now because I've got it all taken apart. Because as you can see, I've got the button system right here on this thing. And it works a little bit, but not where the way it should. So that's why I took it all apart. I'm all like, I can't stand this. Have a beautiful saber with some ugly guts in there and not get anything. So I'm gonna I'm all like, no, bad, right? Get my drink going, guys, here. So and like I said, with that new camera too, I'm hoping that you guys will be able to see me doing a little bit of wiring, maybe a little bit of soldering. Um, and then if you guys want, maybe we'll take a session of soldering to a board, soldering wires. And if you got your stuff, you can, go at it with me together and see how that's going to work out for you, right? And maybe do a class, or I can go on to my channel, the Mundo channel, and we can do a learning wiring channel slash session. You know, and I'll be able to keep Anthony's Anthony's show on here, the Saber Talk, without doing stuff like that. But I think Anthony would approve if I can show just beginners. Oh, excuse me, guys. Let's see here. Um, I don't want to get everything all wet up here on the table because then I could run a risk of zapping things and so forth. So I gotta my my cup over here has got a lot of condensation on it. Always hearing a wizard word. Charlie, thank you, man. I mean, it's really nothing, dude. I mean, and if you are serious about learning stuff like that, there is more in-depth. There is more in-depth videos about soldering and everything else better than me. I mean, these soldering videos. I learned from these soldering videos. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, um, and you can also learn a lot from Mad Cow, Rob Petcow, when he's doing a lot of his videos for Custom Saber Shop, how-tos, tutorials. I've learned a lot from him, and so people can really learn how to do certain things, and going through different videos gives you different perspectives, and then you make your own way on how to do things, right? You make your own way of doing things because you don't want to just copy one person here and there and do it that way. Now it may work for you. Now if it is the style that you're looking for and you like it, absolutely go for it. Nothing wrong with it. There is no one wrong or right way to do things, you know? Now again, take your like Rob Petka always says though too, take your time. You rush it, you wreck it. You'll hear him say that quite often in his builds and in his videos. And I adhere to that. And if you're starting out, keep those words close to your heart, close to your mind, close to your hands. Don't rush anything. Because if you do, you're gonna burn shit up like this. I mean, you got $100 board, you fry it in 2 seconds. You might as well just throw that $100 bill away. Because man, I tell you, it hurts. It hurts a lot. So luckily, I had bought another, and I had already burned two, and I bought a third. Just before I started working on Roy Boy again. So the third board is going to be for the balance build, which I will start working on pretty soon. After after the wife's birthday coming up on the 4th, I will starting to use get one of these, sand it down so that I can get my buttons going. That's the first thing I'm gonna start to work on is the buttons and make sure that I can get the buttons set in there without it interfering with the chassis and so forth. Now that's another thing, like I said, not every build is equally got, the depth or the length or whatever. Everything is different. Challenges are all different. So you got to approach things differently out of the box. I mean, keep things, in perspective of what you're doing. I watched the videos you recommended, and I finally attempted wiring and soldering my golden harvest. Finally built. Really, NN? Seriously? Wow. Hey, dude, send me some pics on my email, dude. Want to see it? Yeah, I would love to see it, man. You can go back to the other videos. If not, I'll go ahead at the end of the video here. I'll put my email address again, and you can send me some pics, dude. I would love to see it, man. I am excited for you, dude. I am really excited that you actually did. What kind of saber is it? Well, what kind of saber did you build? It's a little hot in here. Sorry, guys. So what did you build? And that's why I put on the on the captions here, anything goes saber talk. So oh, Cincy, my boy's in the house. Cincy's in the house. How you doing, buddy? I just watched some of your videos earlier on the flying uh on the some of your flights, dude. Star Citizen. Oh man, so some of those ships are just freaking rad, dude. I love the concepts. I saw the one where you're just kind of cruising, dude. That was cool. Like with the music, it reminds me of when I would go to Alice with my cousin and just cruise down the boulevard. Hell, man, we're doing awesome, dude. We're doing awesome. I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing the show on Sundays at the same time at 8 o'clock. And the only reason why I did tonight's show was because, uh, the first on the first, which was yesterday, was my 23rd wedding anniversary. So you know, had to stay away from the show yesterday. So I made up for it today. Wife goes, "You gonna do your show tonight?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" So now we celebrated both her birthday and our wedding anniversary because our wedding anniversary is on the 1st and her birthday's on the 4th. So we celebrated them together. Thanks, Cindy. Much appreciated, bro. Um, so yeah, like I said, tonight is the topic where anything goes. Oh, so Cindy, like I said earlier, man, I got a new camera, and so I'm gonna figure out. I've got to get some connection to this, where I can run the connection to my phone. That way, everybody can see what I'm doing down here. Hey, Titan, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. That way, when I start working on Saber stuff, you guys can watch me in real time, and on wiring, on sanding, everything that I'm doing to get the Saber ready to get to bring it to life. You guys can actually go with me on the journey and see how I'm gonna do things. The way I do them. It's not gonna be necessarily the way you're gonna do them because you're gonna do them the way you're gonna do them. And anybody else, the way they do them. So uh, I'm just providing some entertainment, hopefully. Hey, and if I screw up, I screw up. If I don't, I don't, man. It's a learning curve for the beginners, and for me to show what I'm doing, what my process is. So, man, I'm hoping that you guys, will come and take the journey as come along with me when I start working on the balance and start getting that going and work, and then we'll get to the final showdown when I turn it on and see if it goes, whether it's going to be a pass or a fail. Jim, what's up, my friend? How you doing, dude? Oh man, I've been having a lot of fun doing a lot of things, and I certainly enjoy talking to everybody and doing the show. And again, I can't thank Anthony enough for allowing me to do this. And his protege is a apprentice, man, Reese. I see Reese doing some really really good things, man. He's been doing and working on blades with Anthony, and Anthony's just teaching him his way of doing it, and he's just rocking because when we were on last Sunday and he came on the show and he made 24 within the weekend. I mean, damn, 24 blades within the weekend was pretty damn good. So that's amazing. Anthony is teaching him the right way. So Anthony's a very good teacher either way as well. And Anthony did a great video on working and making the TriStar blade too. So if anybody out there who is just tuning in and hasn't seen that, um, check out Civilized Sabers Anthony's video on making your TriStar. And actually, as a matter of fact, they got a new video coming out pretty soon. They did the one on the Pentastar, right? Anthony did the one on the Pentastar, and he put that video out. But they told me that they're going to do a new video. They're going to send out a new tutorial on the new way of doing tri-stars, quad stars, and the Pentastar will be up for sale pretty soon. Um, so keep an eye out for that. I mean, that's crazy how many LEDs that they've got into those blades. Can't even fathom that, man. It's insane. If you guys haven't even seen that video yet, my God, you'll see how bright that Pentastar is. And eesh, geez, I mean the amount of light almost washes Anthony out. It's crazy. It's crazy, but I love it, man. I tell you what, in a pitch dark place, I wouldn't have any other blade other than one of those. I mean, you put one of those other blades and Anthony's blades will put it to shame. Oh, hell yeah. Right? It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Oh man. And I love seeing those videos, man, because for each blade that they make, I mean, it's just you can tell how much love and how much appreciation goes into those blades that they make, right? And they genuinely want to give a good product to people. I mean, and I'm not just saying that because Anthony's my friend. I mean, it's Gabe, he tests every single blade before it goes out. Anthony tests the blade every single step that he does. So you get good quality because if he's testing it every way through, I mean, Jesus, right? You've got to go. I've got to. Okay, no worries, Cinzy. Have a good one, man. Love you. You too. Thanks, dude. Have a good flight, man. Don't crash and burn. Now you guys start shooting up some rockets and start blowing shit up, dude. I think you got the flight stuff down. Now you got to do the flight stuff and the blowing shit up. You're gonna be a Poe Dameron, dude. I'm gonna start calling you Poe Dameron. Oh, dude. But yeah, I mean, you know, if you're starting out, and this is for all the newbies and stuff like that, do your due diligence and check things out. Start off slow. Don't run like I did, and have fun. Most importantly, have fun. I like to have fun with it. I just and like I said, I'm gonna fire up Roy Boy one more time right now, right?
Stand by.
I've got the what is it? The charge depth charge font. That's such a great font, man. You know what's crazy is that the LEDs now the LEDs look like this under here, right? But it's such a different. Sometimes on I love that right there. The different colors that come out because of the color of the board. Let's see. Let's do a different font here.
Sound menu. You went over my helmet?
Okay, I gotta hear that. Let's see what this one does. Oh.
Ludicrous speed! Go! I am your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate. I said a crosser knows that outfit. I said a crosser knows that outfit. I said a crosser. What's going on? I am your father's. I said a crosser knows that outfit.
Ah. I can't get to that other font. Washes out a little bit right there. But it's green and white.
Well, why don't we take a 5-minute break? Smoke if you got 'em. How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
And I love the different colors that go into it, man, when you turn it on like that.
I can't breathe in this thing.
What's up, NN? Newbie question here. Does everyone name a saber they build? You can. You don't have to. It's up to you. It's actually, I think, I don't know, Jim, what do you think? It's just a personal preference, right? I mean, you know, I believe it's just a personal preference if you choose. You know how, like, some people, they name their cars and their trucks, dude. I think it's just the same concept. And I'm glad you asked that. That's a great question, man. That's a great question, dude. That is an absolutely great question. Love that. So, yeah, final answer. Personal preference. Yeah, see, even Jim agrees. Personal choice. Just like I got the balance, right? You know, see, and I'll tell you, I really don't have. Take take this PVC pipe saber for instance, right? Let me get it kind of straight here, but take this PVC pipe saber for instance, right? I I really don't have a name for it, dude. I honestly don't. Eventually I'm gonna put some guts into this thing and see how it's gonna turn out that way. I'm trying to decide on a name, but the best that I got so far is Newbie Conquest. A little long, but it's great, dude. You know, you know, it's good, dude. I mean, it's like we said, it's a personal choice, and then you know, it's whatever you want to call it, man. If that's how you feel what it is, then go with it. If you think of something else, go with it. You got to do what you feel, you know, like I said, when the reason why I called this one Roy Boy was because since it was a memory saber to my best friend Roy, his name was Roy. I and it's I mean, you know, he was always a jokester, man. So he acted like a little kid here and there. You couldn't stop him, man. So that's why I called it Roy Boy, And and of course, like I said, with that pipe, here's this one, this saber. I have no idea what I'd call this one. I mean, this is another build eventually I'm going to do, and I have no earthly idea what I might call this one. I still have a lot of work to do on this one as well, because right now this one has really nothing, and I'm thinking of just painting these or putting something in here in the grooves. Uh, More or less black, probably, and uh, you know, just I might call this one just the Beyond, because it's beyond me. I mean, it's kind of ugly, but that's what I may just call it. I may just call it the Beyond. So, who knows, right? And it's got a weird ass chassis in it because I got, you know, the chassis got some definitely challenges to it. Novus Obliterator. That's a great one, Jim. I like that one though, Jim. That one's kind of cool, dude. I like that. Uh, that is really awesome. So yeah, and then I mean it's just a personal preference, man. It is what you want it to be. It is what you want it to be. Let's see here. Man. All right. So the only thing that I've actually started on this build at all, really, is just the speaker. That's it. Just the speaker. So, and maybe the kill switch right there. I've got some wires right here I need to see. Actually, the cool thing about having a messed up CFX, right? and I threw it, and I don't even know where I put it. Let's see here. See if I can find where I put it. I hate when I do that crap. I think I'm not gonna go back to something, and there it is. I think that's it. Get over here. It doesn't want to. It don't want to be brought back. So the cool thing about this is having a messed up CFX really is now that when I download, well, when I print out um a sketch and get everything like where all the wires are going, stuff like that, I can actually put the old CFX or the messed up CFX in here just like that, right? So I can do all of that like that, and I can put on my new one, put all the wires and see where everything's gonna go, so that when I'm ready to wire everything onto the board, I know where everything is going to fit, where it's not going to fit, if I need this much length, if I need that much length. So if you do have boards that you've burnt up, they are actually good for that, that you can run, you can put them in your build, right? Especially if you know you're going to do a CFX and you have a burnt CFX. So you know you can set it in there. And then you know exactly where your wires are going to go, whether they're too long, whether they're too short, if it's going to work, if it's not going to work, yada yada yada, right? Then you know like behind here is going to be the crystal chamber, right? And so the crystal chambers is going to basically be, they've already got wires on that crystal chamber that you know Rich Sangillo made for me for with this chassis here, and the wires are all ready to go. I can put them on here and I can solder on there right away. Everything else, battery and everything else, I can measure out so I know exactly where they're going to go. My buttons that are going to go in here, I'm going to measure out where the wires are going to go. If they're that long, the wires can go from here to here, so I can measure out where my wires are going to be with the buttons and stuff. And so that is going to be just, it's going to be nice to have it like that. So if you got a busted up board, it's going to be nice so that you can know exactly the wire length. You can take your tips and make sure that you're not running short, you're not running long, and everything else like that. So once you get the appropriate length of wire and you know exactly where you're going to be soldering to, it's going to be easy peasy, man. It's just a matter of getting that in there and then getting them soldered and then testing it, right? So, if you burn any, save at least one, right? And maybe even if you need parts, if you're that type of person to take parts off your other board and you're pretty handy, you can do that. You can clean up another board and put the parts from one other board onto the other one. You've saved yourself a lot of money from buying another board and fixing up your other one. Now, I have not attempted that. I did attempt to fix one and it didn't work out so bueno. I actually did it once, and what ended up happening was that I put it in a build that was a little too short, and it caught one of these, um, caught one of the muffets on here and pulled it off completely. So that went bye bye for that one. But like I said, every build has its challenges, and it's just up to you to overcome those challenges, right? Now, I think this is good. Now, Let me get some input for you guys. Do you think I should keep the chassis um, black like this, or should I paint it up like I did Roy Boy? I want to know y'all's thoughts because I know Jim, I know somebody I think last show actually said that maybe I should do a what do you call it? Oh my gosh, electroplate, right? Electroplate some of this stuff. And I don't know. I started now, Jim. I did start watch electroplating videos. Um, however, I don't know if my dumbass can really pull that off. But you did have an idea where I might take it to somebody and do some electroplating on here, and especially the rib area. But then again, what I may end up doing is putting some, sanding it a little bit, putting some primer on it, and putting and painting it, hand painting it like I did Roy Boy. Um, I don't think I'm going to go with the copper on the inside. I might go with the silver. I am not sure yet. I don't think I want to do any like gold like on the outside here, right? Paint it up. All right, Titan. Titan says paint it up. Well, then I will paint it up. I will get it sanded down. I will sand it, prime it, paint it. So now comes the challenge of the paint scheme for it. I know there's going to be, well, what do you think? I don't want to do any coppers, and I don't know if I'm going to do brass. I don't know. What do you guys think? Give me some ideas here. No off colors either, really. I mean, but gold, maybe, but no. I don't want to do a dirty brass either, like Roy Boy was, 'cause I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Maybe silver. Maybe keep it black and do silver on the like I did on Roy Boy. Do silver on the um ribs here. Hmm. Or maybe should I just do copper? Well, copper on the ribs, copper and silver. No brass. Hmm. And keep it black on the inside. Huh. I'll figure something out. Now, because the crystal chamber is already like kind of goldish looking, so it matches this. So, and the dirty copper came out pretty good on Roy Boy, but hmm, I don't know. What do you think, Jim? Not sure. Gotta be something that pops, man. Eh, we'll see. We'll see how it's gonna go. And it says I have a crazy idea for a future saber I want to build. I'm thinking of I want to build. I'm thinking of painting it to make it look like stone. I don't know if that would work for you. Stone, huh? Hmm. That's an interesting. Copper and brass, huh? All right, Jim. Copper and brass. What do you say? Copper on the inside, brass on the out, or brass on the inside and copper on the? I think copper on the out and brass on the inside would be good. Since I already did the copper on the inside of Roy Boy, let's put it outside on the outside, and then brass on the inside. Yeah, I'll make it a dirty brass. Let's see if a dirty brass will work. Definitely, definitely an idea. Hmm. So, brass and copper it is. All right. So, for this show, we have got a paint scheme ready, willing, and able to be set. Yeah, opposite of the other. It will happen. It will happen. Thanks, Jim. Because oh, now another thing is trying to decide, man. Yeah, that'll have to wait. Jeez, my brain wants to go for these books and stuff. And I think I'm gonna grab a few of the Star Wars books and look at the encyclopedias at some of this stuff, because I have a crazy. I had talked to some people and see about different chassis and stuff too. So I might look into it and see if I can find a chassis for that that saber that needs a lot of work to it. The gold one. Even though I have a chassis in there, the challenge is trying to find a battery that works in it. So I tell you, everything else I could probably get in there, but the battery is a challenge to keep it and stay in there in place without, you know, it looks like I may have to wire it, with straight to the battery. It's kind of odd. And I got that from Wicked Sin Sabers, and it's kind of an odd chassis. I love it. I mean, it's a badass chassis, but the inside is kind of like really challenging. Reese! Reese is in the house! Give it up for Reese, everybody! Anthony's protege! Man, we're just talking anything goes Sabers, Reese. I mean, just anything goes tonight, dude. It's just a lot of fun. Since I wasn't able to come on last night, I figured I'd do a show tonight and just kind of have fun with it. I mean, I have fun with it anyway, anytime. Everybody's, oops, hiding my face here. Oh, and Reese, I was telling everybody I got a new camera here, and I need to find a connection so that I can stick it onto my phone. So when I'm doing the show, I can work on some stuff, live while I'm working on Saber stuff. Let's say I'm doing some wiring or something like that. Everybody can see what I'm doing and have just come along with me on the journey. So I want everybody to come along and be with me while I'm working on the balance here. So I think so. The next few sessions, we're going to start with the sending of the chassis. So I'll be doing that, sanding the chassis here and there. I'm gonna have to figure out how to probably make it where I can have less noise while I'm sanding and talking at the same time. I don't know if that's gonna be possible, but we'll find out. We will find out. But yeah, that new little camera there is so that I can show my hands while y'all are still seeing me on my face. You can see what my hands are doing on the bench and in real time working on some stuff, either wiring or painting or sanding and stuff like that, so that you were every step of the way with me on doing a build. And then when it comes to life or not, everybody will be with me on that journey and see if it passes or fails. And maybe somewhere along the way, um, start getting some, we're playing around with some crystal chambers, man. I've got a bunch of crystals, and of course, y'all know I do some bullets, some hunting bullets, crystal holding stuff. And so I want to go ahead and see and play around with things and get some input from people on this stuff and see how these chambers are going to kind of look like. And I think those are going to be some upcoming shows, and we're going to have a lot of fun with that, I think. And everybody will have, input on how what might go here, what might go there, and if I can acquire some of those items. And but of course, I've been kind of finding some electronic stuff that don't work in my garage, so I'm tearing shit up. So I found, actually, if you look right here, this is going to be a great clamp card board for buttons. Of course, I'm going to have to take this part off right here, but cutting that out and just kind of doing, yeah, man. Oh, I think that's going to be freaking awesome right there for a custom clamp card board. It's going to be freaking awesome, dude. And I found this little nugget. Of course, like I said, finding some cool things, man. Maybe make some panels and stuff, some Star Wars panels in the future too, to go along with the saber builds, and maybe like a tripped out charging station for the lightsabers, right? And I think I got some inspiration from that from the eccentric artisan. I don't know if you guys ever watched his videos or not. Um, he's got some amazing videos as well. I'm trying to, and I did text him and asked him on one of his videos if he'd be willing to come on the show, and I haven't heard anything yet. But okay, and then have a good night, sir. Thank you for showing up, man. Much love, bro. Have a good one. So the eccentric artisan. I'm gonna see if I can get him to come on the show eventually. I'm hoping he will. But I'm gonna be trying for a bunch of different people too. Um, One of the other people that I want to see about maybe getting on as well is Hyperdrive and see if he's willing to come on. So I'm going to try to get a hold of these people and see if they'll be willing to come on the show on Sunday and have a little fun talking sabers and some of their way of doing things and what got them into saber building and the bugs. So if you haven't seen any of those guys on any of their channels, check them out. They're not bad. I mean, I really enjoy the eccentric artisan as well. And Hyperdrive, he does pretty decent. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. So from now on, again, tonight was a special night. I hope everybody had a great Labor Day, weekend. Hopefully you got a 3-day weekend out of it. I did. I had a great 3-day weekend. The first 2 days, though, man, Saturday and Sunday went by so fast. Today went a little bit slower, so thank God it went a little slow today. And because I'm just not ready to go back to work tomorrow, but it is what it is. So make sure anybody watching out tonight, if you're new, welcome to the channel. Come and check us out Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Central. Make sure that you like and subscribe also to Civilized Sabers. Anthony does a really awesome job of allowing me to run the show, Saber Talk on Sundays. So make sure you like and subscribe to Civilized Sabers and Saber Talk. Also, you can go to my channel, Mundo at Mundo Cabrera 7007. And if you want to email me, have a question or two here and there, if I can't, and again, if I can't get to your question on here, you can always email me at e_cabrera, CABRERAIII at yahoo.com. Love to have your questions and love to have comments. Uh, anytime, anytime, hit me up. JT! New font idea. Stub your toe and record the screams when you swing. Ah, JT. What timing, bro? And if anyone wants to watch any more Civilized Sabers content, there's new videos that was just posted. Thank you for mentioning that, Reese. Yes, there is. And Reese is the main man. He is Anthony's apprentice, and he does such a wonderful job. I tell you, make sure that you guys come and see Reese. You won't be sorry. All right. So from that point on, JT, love you, man. Mundo, I'm going to brand out here in just a minute. Love you guys. And Mundo out. Peace.